we are entering the Samadhi of Rajiv Gandhi. Here are displayed 46 lotuses. The word Rajiv means lotus. And they are a reminder, on the one hand, of how much he packed into those 46 years and how tragic it is that his life was cut short in just 46 years.
Though born into the Nehru-Gandhi family, Rajiv Gandhi never wanted to be in politics. He loved his flying and preferred a quiet family life. The elder son of Indira and Feroz Gandhi went to the prestigious Doon School in Dehradun and Cambridge University in the UK. That's where he met Sonia Maino, his wife-to-be. Sonia was barely 21 years old when she arrived in India in January 1968. A month later, Sonia and Rajiv were married in a simple ceremony in the back garden of the then Prime Minister's residence. In days to come, Sonia began serious efforts to understand and learn Indian culture and honing Hindi skills. And happy images of the ideal family took off. Rahul was born in 1970 and Priyanka came 1.5 years later. Rahul was carefree as a toddler and often got into trouble. Grandmother Indira was more protective towards him. Priyanka, on the other hand, was a serious child. And then this incident in 1980. Rajiv's brother Sanjay Gandhi's death in an air crash changed it all for good. Congress leaders approaching Rajiv to join active politics were turned away. Rajiv was firm that he did not want to go the family way, until his mother asked him. There was no saying no then. Suddenly, personal life became secondary. Politics took over. Even here, though, there were critics in the press, the public and the opposition parties who claimed Indira was turning the Congress party into a private limited party. But his standing grew after he won the Amethi seat held by his brother in 1981. He was made General Secretary of the party and Indira Gandhi came to rely heavily on him for advice. And then the next turning point. Indira was murdered by her own bodyguards in 1984, and that almost naturally catapulted Rajiv to the big stage. In the elections that followed, the Congress won by a huge majority, with 411 seats in Parliament. At just 41, Rajiv Gandhi became India's youngest Prime Minister. What stood out during that tenure was Rajiv's approach to economic policy. His landmark decisions then to go against the socialist framework laid down by Nehru and Indira sowed the seeds full-scale economic liberalization to follow. He brought in measures to reduce red tapeism in the bureaucracy, encouraging the rise of private industry. The information technology revolution brought computerization and a communication revolution that touched the common man. Rajiv Gandhi also announced a national education policy to bring in more higher education programs and modernize the educational setup in the country. Reaching out to the US touched a new momentum. Economic and scientific cooperation were born. Rajiv also initiated change within the Congress party. He brought in young faces like Arun Singh, Rajesh Pilot, Manishankar Iyer, people who wanted the party to change with the times. And then cracks emerged. From the fact that Rajiv was not a hardcore, seasoned politician, the complexities of running the world's largest democracy began to show. The Bofors scandal rocked the nation when many prominent leaders in the Congress were accused of receiving kickbacks. Formation of the Indian peacekeeping force to end the civil war between Sri Lankan military and the LTTE raised huge opposition in the Lankan polity and led to a lot of resentment in Tamil Nadu. All of this reflected in the 1989 general elections. After a poor Congress performance, Rajiv preferred to sit in the opposition, consolidate and correct. 2 years later, in the run-up to another general election, after a coalition experiment failed, Rajiv had ripened as a politician. Chances looked bright ahead. And then, this. On the 21st of May 1991, a human bomb at a rally in Sri Perumbudur assassinated one of India's youngest and brightest leaders. He left behind a huge legacy, one that propels India into the future to this day. A paradigm that set a guideline to the course this country wants.